If you want a good time, then join me, JJ and P.G.M, on the Nerd Talk from the other side of the world. TV, movies. I don't sound like that. You want a great conversation? Join JJ and myself, P.G.M, on the Nerd Talk from the other side of the world every fortnight. We're back. We're back. Hello, everybody, beautiful people in the whole wide world. We're back. That's JJ. I'm PGM. Welcome back to the madhouse of New Talk from the other side of the world. How are you, JJ, my friend? It's good to see you back, my friend.
Thank you.
Um, yeah.
I'm great to. I'm happy to be back. It's good to see you, especially. And I always. I know it was what, like 3 weeks, and I did miss the show, but a lot of things did come up with you and I.
Yeah.
Having some personal issues. Of course, we were supposed to come on net last week, but of course, I called you and told you why. And I'm gonna explain to the people right now so they can know. Not looking for a pity party or anything. My mom had surgery last week. They found two tumors in her intestines, so they had to do surgery and remove a part of her stomach and a part of her intestines. She's recovering pretty well. She's still over there in San Antonio. Hopefully she'll be coming home soon tomorrow. So just that kind of got in the way. So I called PG that Friday and just told him I couldn't do it. I want to if I could get to the hotel, and he said no, family comes first. So appreciate you for that, PG.
Well, it does. Family comes first, bro.
Thank you.
It's good to hear because you said something, and if I may, I'd say this: it's good to hear that your mum is on the mend and she's heading back home. You said
Yeah,
tomorrow. Wish your family all the best and yourself.
thank you.
So again, I reiterate the point: family comes first in everything. I think in our hearts comes first. So and that's my opinion anyway. So if we have a family health issue or issues, shows like this, in my opinion, don't come first. They come second hand, second. Um,
Thank you.
So, family's more important. Life is more important than doing a show like this. That's what I'm saying.
Still
If
fun.
I'm, yeah, so but it's good to see you back. Have you
Yeah,
back,
thank
and
you.
we everybody knows what we talk about. It's not only crap we talk about, but we talk about good crap. Um, Shows, TVs, movies, you name it. It's out there in the ether of YouTube land. I mean, we talked about quite a lot of stuff on Acolyte, and how should we start there? Because it's finished. Thank God it's finished. I'm sorry to say it might be harsh, but Leslie Hitland won't hear our little show. She's there. We're here anyway. Yeah, it's been a very contentious time, hasn't it? With Acolyte, isn't it, JJ? With things and thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are hating on it and stuff, and I see the reasons why, but there's a few of us that did enjoy it. Not to where I can say that it's a 10 out of 10. No, but there's a lot of things there that just, I guess, plain and simple, guys and gals. You see the title, the acolyte. You're hoping to see the acolyte or an acolyte, and you don't really get to see that at all throughout the show. You just see different things going on, and it was story on top of story on top of story, and it kind of gets away from what the title says. Granted, I still watched it because it was Star Wars, and I did enjoy it. It was all right. Some of the episodes were keeping me on the edge of my couch, and some were like, "What the heck was this?" And
Yes.
And you know, I mean, that's all I got to say about that. Now, I don't want to say anything more negative. I think a lot of other people have already spoke very
Let
highly,
me
highly negative about it.
let me do it then. As I zoom in and say, let me do it.
You can do it. I mean, it's all right with me. Everybody else has done it. I don't want to be one of those. All I can say is, hey,
Hey,
American, how you doing,
hey,
AM Dubs, my tribal
and Dubs.
chief?
Oops, what have I
I
done? What did
acknowledge you as my tribal chief.
I just... And Dubs, how are you, mate? Welcome, one and all, to the new talk from the other side of the world. And I will repeat, I will say something really negative about this
Go ahead.
coming in, but I will do it on my own basis of not expertise, but expertise, and I don't probably have any. It is the writing was let down, I'm afraid. Also, I think the direction was let down, and also the acting was really let down. I mean, there
Not on
are.
everybody. Not on
mm,
everybody. Let's.
I did like, however, and I do like. What's her name? Daphne Keane as an actress. I think she hit
Yeah.
out of the park for her role. I'm sad to say that she did actually get killed by multiple stabs and died.
Oh,
And
they wanted to make sure that these stabs were gonna really kill
yes,
the person, not
yes.
survive them. I guess I don't know. It was
And yeah, and Carrie Ann Moss was always entertaining and great. She did her part. I think, for my own opinion, I think, and there is examples that I should actually say that if you are casting someone who is, let's say, able to act a part, right, and there is pros and you can say cons, probably sorry, a word salad there. There is examples. For one, you could see Leslie Headland's wife. She put in there. She didn't know how to portray her role. She was hopeless as an actress. I'm sorry to say that, right? But
oh
an example for a good actress and a spouse being in a project, as in James Gunn's wife, she can act. She acts, right? So there
Peacemaker you're
is,
talking about.
yeah, Peacemaker, right? Maybe she went to Juilliard as an actor, right? Or maybe Leslie Headland's wife didn't go to Juilliard and doesn't know how to act properly, but she didn't portray her character well enough, right? In my opinion, right? Okay. Also, there are spouses and brothers who've been in different projects, like James Gunn's brother, Sean Gunn, right, has been in projects, but he knows also to act properly in a right
Hmm.
on mocap and also in a character, right? But really, it fell over. Her acting really was just left to be desired. All right, very flat, very unvocal, and very non-emotional. Right? I mean, she had I think she had the makeup to actually get that character to be a really good one, but it failed. Right? So anyway, that's my
Tim
opinion.
Tim Burton's
Um,
wife is actually pretty good.
yes, yeah, Helen Bonham Carter is really good. Uh, what's that?
Thank you,
Um,
Americas. He says
what's, uh,
at I'm JJ and I'm not at San Diego Comic Con tier. Hello, cool name, bro.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
But
man. Appreciate it, my
but
tribal chief.
yeah, yeah. Thanks, I am Dubs. But that's my opinion, and we'll close it there. Shall we? Should we just close it there? Right.
Yeah,
So
I'm all right
so
with that.
I want to know what you
Hmm.
thought about the GI Joe SDCC
Oh,
stuff.
man, hold on.
JJ.
Let me fix
Yeah,
here.
so
I am very happy with the way they're talking about the GI Joe figures. We finally got the new, and a lot of us had that idea that it was going to be the Cobra Rattler as the new HasLab figure. Um, a little bit pricier this time than what the last two were, but it's still worth it for that kind of figure. It's at 320. Actually, I think it's already halfway to its mark, and there's still like 40 something days left. That's one thing I can tell you about GI Joe is that all the HasLab GI Joes have made their back. They've been funded. Um, Especially these 6-inch figures like the his tank, the Dragonfly, and right now it's already been backed. In 2 days, it got backed. It has ten
Wow.
thousand. The back was nine. They needed 9,000 backers. It already made 10,300 in just 2 days. We still need
Wow.
44 days, 23 hours, 42 minutes, and 16, 15, 14 seconds. That is
Wow.
amazing.
It's fast.
And yeah, so now we just need the tiers, which tier one is patches, which I guess that's okay if they're patches. I hope they're like real patches. That's at 11,000 tiers, so 700 more, and you have that. Tier two is a gunner at 14,000 backers, so you're getting another action figure with that. And then tier three is the pilot Baroness, and she's at 18,000 backers. So to have a few more days, they're gonna get all these tiers for sure. I mean, I can well see this figure go at 24 to 26,000 backers. To be honest, um, and for them to bring it out during San Diego Comic Con, um, I think that's what helped it out a lot. Um, I just I think it's an amazing figure, a piece that they're bringing out along with the San Diego Comic Con exclusive I Am a Man Cobra Commander. Never seen it before as a toy. Now they're bringing it out as, I am a man. I was once a man. Cobra, like that is awesome. And then to see the other figures come out, like the Action Marine, the Action Pilot, Raptors coming out. What's his name? I forgot his. He has the hammer. Something Pig. I forgot his name, but he's a dread. I think he's one of the dreadnoughts, from what I recall. And something. What's his name? Something Pig. Um, Son of a gun. I forgot, but it'll come back to me. And then you have. I mean, then they showed the Shadow Guard, which is a Crimson Guard but in black, and I thought that was amazing. Road Pig. That's the name of the guy. Road Pig. Now I remember his name. So they're showing those, and it's like, wow, like they're bringing out all these GI Joes that they're showing that people want, and I think it's amazing that they're bringing them out and they're coming out, and especially during Comic Con. I know that they showed the 2-pack of the Night Force of Lieutenant Falcon and Quarrel, and that already sold out, and I was like, ah, crud. So I didn't get the chance to pick that one up, but that 2-pack already sold out. So um I'm just, well, the other ones already come out already. Raptor and all those are already coming out. So um wow, Steel Core Commanders and Twilight. So that one's coming out too. So it's the Twilight Guards, that's what they're called.
Right.
And the Core Commanders.
So it's going to be
So
a good haul for you then, for GI Joe.
well,
So
yeah, I mean, because I have a lot of the pre-orders already out, and um there's a few that I did miss that I know they'll bring them back, like Torch and I need another Jinx, and then who else was the other one that sold out? It was Doc and who was the other one? The Night Creeper. The Night Creeper also sold out. So those are the ones I'm looking at, but not I'm looking at to come back so I can get them.
right,
But I
right.
did get some of the, like I did get the Night Force Shockwave. He's a Walmart exclusive, and they had him at a cheap deal in Walmart for at pre-order. He's a $54 figure, and he was at $38. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm buying two. But yeah, I mean, it's they're doing good with GI Joe. Yeah, at Comic Con this year, and I think that.
Have you actually got the helicopter?
Which one? The Dragonfly?
Yeah, the Dragonfly.
It doesn't come out till December now, from what they were saying.
Okay. All
I
right.
know that a few others have gotten it, which is surprising to me that these people have it, but all the other ones, all these other backers are not going to get it till December. I think was kind of ridiculous that they did
Hmm.
that. Um, I just don't feel that that was right for what they did. Um, I don't know, but I mean, that's just the way the world is. I mean, there's not much you can do about that. And
Seems odd though, doesn't it? Seems odd that some people got it and some people haven't. So,
it's odd,
um,
but I mean, that's the way it is. And
mm.
hey, more power to them if they get it. If they don't, and, hey, it's okay as long as I still get mine. I mean, I'm gonna get mine. I mean, I am waiting for. I think two HasLab figures. I mean, I'm waiting for that one, and I'm waiting for the Giant Man to be also shipped
Oh
off. So
yes,
so I
yeah, I heard
bought
about
those
that.
two,
Mm. Mm.
and I'm just waiting for that. So we'll see.
See, I'm waiting. I haven't really had a good picture of them yet on SDCC for the new Deadpool, Wolverine, and Wolverine figures yet because I kind of want to grab those
Uh huh.
myself. Um, the new boxes look really good. Uh, window boxes look really good, and but it'll be quite a bit of a wait here to get those, but they look really good. I think they look really good. There's the new Hugh Jackman and his yellow spandex coming out
Hmm.
right here. So I want to snaffle that up. Uh, I haven't seen many pictures of those on the SDCC floor, just glimpses, but not real. Not a good close up look. I wouldn't mind actually getting a close up look on
Right.
somebody's
I mean,
somebody's channel. Will probably, so yeah. Um, the Star Wars booth. I'm not really interested in the Acolyte 6-inch Black Series. I'm not interested in those figures at all. Uh, uh, because they always have this kind of new media for Hasbro Star Wars, and it's just no thanks, not Acolyte. I'm more of a 3 3/4 inch these days. Even the retro 3 3/4. Sorry to say this, I'm not interested in those. Sorry,
not at
um,
all.
not at all. No. I'm mainly a TVC guy, and the new. I think they call it 2.0 now, because they're new TVC kind of deal. Um,
Yeah.
I'm interested in. Um, so yeah, because I've got no room. To be honest with you, JJ, it's the same old story. I've got no room to actually do a whole, you know, um, display of 6-inch figures of so many Black Series. So it's just like um, yeah, that's the age old question, really, isn't it? The room you got to have majority of the room. So
Yeah.
I know you're sitting in your dining room, kitchen. What? So you're not in your GI Joe room. So do you have that problem, JJ?
Uh, no. Well, I was gonna get to that. Is that right now I'm still under construction. I'm actually already set to the point where I'll be in there again, and it won't be destructive like you've seen it before. So that's one of the good things about it is that I'm almost done. Um, I do have the flag already setting out. I'm already getting that done out of the way,
Oh, good.
and yeah, and that's a real good thing. So I'm just excited for that, and I'm just hoping that I could have it done by the next time we do a show, so I can actually uh we can display. I can like maybe not show it off, but you know, show a few things of what I have. And mainly it's been a lot more of GI Joe, and I mean a few DC Universe figures I do have.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no. Some of the lightsabers, my statues, or a little bit of the statues, a little bit of the helmets. I have an arcade system. I already set up the arcade system of the NFL
Oh yeah.
Blitz, so it's already up and running. Since the last time, because I had it in a box, but I got it up this time. You're gonna see actually all the way I have it. You're gonna see all the hot toy figures, the boxes, and then you'll see on the side like everything else that I have. Like I said, it's still in work in progress, but it's been a lot better now. I've took out a few more items out of there. I've taken out all the boxes. I've done a little different changes, so it's getting there.
Good.
It's
I'm
a
glad you're excited about
Yeah, no, no, no.
and setting up your room how you want it. It's great because all
Yeah,
collections.
I've been focusing on every day 2 to 4 hours to fixing it up. Sometimes and it's crazy because you think, oh, I'll get it done. Um, and no, you just don't know where to start sometimes.
Exactly.
But
Exactly
and then
right.
when you do start, you're like, oh, cool, I got it. And then you're like, oh, now I got to move this, I got to do this, I got to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
That doesn't go as planned, and it's like, okay,
um, yeah.
and
It's
yeah,
like
like I just
tripping over so many boxes.
no, no, that's the bad part. Yeah.
um, well, it's good. It's good that you've taken the steps to get the flag into gear and out and stuff like that. And so you can
Yeah.
actually feel. You can actually, ladies and gentlemen, if you see this on replay, you can actually feel the excitement in JJ's voice when he talks about this stuff. It's really
Yeah, no,
great.
I'm pretty excited because finally I get to have the toy
Mm,
room
yeah.
the way I want it to be. I know it's gonna end up changing a little bit because I'm gonna end up getting another arcade system soon.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna have to do a few more movements again, but it's getting there, and that's what I'm excited about. So
That's great, man. Well, I'm excited for you to
thank you.
see it. All right. I mean, and I'm going to say this out loud. I might get I might get a guest for your special guest. Man,
I mean, I appreciate that. It's
um, anyway, but then I'm excited for you, mate. I'm really
Thank
excited.
you.
I
No,
mean,
no, no. I
um,
once I started getting, and it's funny because I had some little small tables for the USS flag, and I was like, okay, I got this set up. And then the more I build it, I'm like, holy moly, my calculations are bad. I gotta go get another one. So I set it up. I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. Oh man, it's bigger than what I thought. I gotta
oh,
get
bigger than
another
another
little table.
table. Uh,
Yeah, no, it was just I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to stop now because I can't finish. So I'll work on something else. But it's been fun setting up the flag. It has a lot of work, but it's gonna be a good hobby to find those little pieces that I need um to complete it at 100%. But it's not bad at all. When you look at it, you're like, wow. Well, I mean, still a flag. You have a flag, and it's like, yeah, it's
yeah,
amazing that I have one. And
yeah.
I
Wow,
really
yeah.
appreciate Ed and Blue Eyes from Rebels, Reptiles, and Games. They're my brother and sister from Ohio, and Rebels, no rules to them, but they um they really thought about me, and especially Blue Eyes too. Like, she says, oh, the way the payment system was, it was like I didn't have all of it at the time, so they pitched in and they said, okay, I'll get you the money the next time because there was only a certain amount I could take out from the bank and stuff like that. And they did it, and they didn't have to, but they helped me out a lot to get it, and he shipped it out, and it's probably almost over a year, and now I finally took it out. It was in the box the whole time, and I took care of those boxes like it was the box itself as the display. But now I have the flag out, and I'm really really excited to get it done and start displaying more of the Joe part because it's a lot of I have a lot that's going on with the GI Joe part, and it's not just the vintage; it's also
Right.
the um, the classified
Classified.
6 inch.
Mm,
Yeah, and
yeah.
you know, when it comes to the classifieds, it's amazing how I got into those, and I'm now being a perfectionist on all those. Like I want the whole numbers, and
Hey, 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 hey.
is
Sorry.
that?
Yeah, Linda. How are you,
Oh,
Linda?
hi, Linda. How you
Yeah,
doing, Linda? It's good seeing you. It's good
good
seeing you,
seeing
Mom.
you. Yeah.
It's awesome to see. It's been a long time.
Yes.
Hey, so you
Welcome.
know what, Linda? I think PG and I have now we're in agreement with something with you when it comes to Star Wars, and it's the Acolyte. I think we're gonna agree 100%, all three of us together. So there isn't gonna really be no debate on that,
Yeah. Yeah.
unless you say that you like it. Then it'd be like, uh oh.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be a
But
change of the books, isn't it?
yeah, I know, right? But
Yeah.
going back to the classifieds, it's amazing how they've changed them up from bigger the box to no plastic to bringing back the plastic, and now they're making the box smaller, and I kind of like that when it comes to a regular package GI Joe, and not a deluxe but a regular one, because I just picked up Jinx. And I noticed, I was like, man, this box looks smaller. And when I looked at the other ones, I was like, oh, it is smaller. Haven't bothered, not interested.
Yeah,
Good.
don't. Yeah, good
Yeah,
choice.
don't waste. What is it,
Yeah,
like 8 episodes, 30 something minutes? It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
3 hours maybe. So total, don't waste your time.
Don't bother.
Don't.
Yeah, yeah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
You're probably gonna get pissed off, Linda. So
Yeah, you're probably going
don't
to
even
chuck
bother.
something at the TV. All right, so yeah,
Yeah.
um,
So just yeah, yeah.
it's
Don't.
good to see you anyway. It's good to see you,
Yeah,
Linda.
it's good to see you.
Yeah. But yeah, uh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I've got to say this, JJ. The classifieds, they've gotten better anyway.
Oh, she saw
Okay,
Deadpool. Oh man, that's
good.
awesome.
That's great.
I, I
I've
won't I won't see it till next week, but
Um,
I
yeah,
don't care if
same.
people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into this in the second week, I think. Sorry. Um, yeah.
Yeah, go see Deadpool again instead of
Um,
Acolyte. Yeah, yeah, to do
yeah.
that.
Um, but like I said, I think it's got better because it's got competition and for Valleyverse, because I like Valleyverse and GI Joe classified. So it's that's the they stepped up their game because Bobby Vallo
I,
had
I
been
don't
on the
I don't
spot.
I don't see Action Force as competition, and the reason being is because of the fact that you know Valaverse or Bobby, whatever, has done a phenomenal job of
Mm.
making Action Force as a new modern GI
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
While right now GI Joe's hitting it off because they're doing almost all the 80s GI Joes, or all the characters from the 80s. Well, I shouldn't say from the 80s. All the characters from the Real American Hero era into 6 inch, and I may have to back the HasLab. Are you talking about the Rattler? The Cobra Rattler? Is that what you're talking about? Because yeah, it's already been backed. It's actually already been funded. Um, Linda, like it's already past the 100% mark. It's like at 104%. It's crazy. Um,
Joe. Joe. Joe.
Joe, are you talking about G.I. Joe?
Yeah, might be talking about Joe. G.I. Joe. Haslab. So,
But
have we got a Joe here? Yeah. um, is
but
everybody
yeah,
saying Joe? Joe.
yeah,
Where's Joe?
JoJo, Casey and JoJo.
Sorry,
But
sorry,
yeah,
Liz. I get
like,
it.
but Patches really.
Oh, but
Yeah,
patches.
yeah, yeah. He's talking. Yeah, I agree with you there, Linda. Patches for the 11th for the tier 1. I thought that was ridiculous. I think they should have just done like a Cobra maintenance officer or something for it. I really don't think patches was the way to go. I think the way they did the Dragonfly, where you ended up getting three characters with the pilot as well, so you're actually getting four characters with the Dragonfly because you have the pilot that comes with the Dragonfly, plus you know Brenda and then Crazy Legs and Airborne. I think it's Airborne as the was it Airborne? Well, they were Night Force. They're the Night Force ones. Hey
Hey,
Swagger, how you doing, Swagger?
Swagger,
That's my
welcome.
friend's who does the wrestling. Yeah, I haven't seen him do the wrestling. How's your mama, buddy? I hope she's doing all right. Swags, it's good seeing you, brother.
Nice to meet you,
Uh,
Swags. Nice to meet
yeah,
you. I'm P.G.M.
he's his
I'm
PGM,
P.G.M.
but he's my
Yeah,
co
yeah.
host with the
Yeah.
most, better
I'm a
than
New Zealander. I'm a
Space
New Zealander,
Ghost.
so that's why I'm not speaking in JJ's dialect. Welcome, 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 welcome. Um, Zing EB Games have it up to 599. Okay, wow,
Wow.
that's an Australia money. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's together. So,
yeah,
um,
but I agree with her patches. Really, I mean, they look cool, but as a tier, I thought that was a waste of a tier. But it's gonna make it because I know that people are gonna want the second and third tier, which they are figures, 6-inch figures. Now, another Baroness I thought was kind of but if they're making a pilot Baroness, it's rare that they do that. So it's cool to see that. But you know, we'll see what happens.
you know, I'm gonna have to do this, right? Right. Batches, we don't need no stinking
In
batches.
patches.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that's a bad. Sorry, sorry to all the
yeah, that
Spanish
was a
speaking
good one.
people and Mexican people out there.
That's a good one. I don't want. She says I don't want patches. I don't either. But to get to the second and third tier, we're gonna have to get those damn patches.
I had to be done. I'm sorry.
It
It's
has to.
just,
No, that was good. That was really perfect.
um,
Likewise, brother. Nice to meet you, PG. And my mom is okay. Been having headaches from her tumors. I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
oh well, yeah. All the
Yeah,
best.
Swagger is he's been taking care of his mom. I give him a lot of props for being a great son. Um, I always wish him and his mom his best when we talk. It's been a while that we haven't talked, but I know he's been very busy and like I said, I haven't seen him do this wrestling that he does. He always does this custom WWE wrestling with characters, and he had me in there, and it was always fun to see him. And even when I was at work, I'd turn it on and be like, "Hey, Swags, I'm here," and really, really good guy. He's into Predator and stuff like that, and just glad that your mom's doing okay. I mean, I'm so
All the
proud of
best
you
to you.
for being a great mom or a
Yeah,
great son.
yeah. All the best to you, Swags. Yeah, yeah. Best. Welcome anyway. You're welcome anytime, Swags. Anytime if you just want to listen to our conversation. Anytime, just to keep your mind off it. It's always good. Um, okay. Yeah.
Figures
Okay.
look
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Future. It looks awesome. Yes.
They
If
sure do.
you're if you're talking about GI Joe and classified and stuff like that, yes, it sure is. I'm sure it is. Indeed, it
So
is.
yeah, I honestly, PG, the things that have been impressive to me with the figures in San Diego Comic Con have been the GI Joes. It's been some of the DC Universe classics by McFarlane, but more than anything, the hot toy figures for the Wolverine, the Deadpool, even for the Heath Ledger Joker dressed up as Batman. They finally brought another Joker and Batman imposter. The other one was the Jared Leto one, but this time they're doing the Heath Ledger, and I'm like, that's freaking
Mm.
awesome. I'm gonna get that. I appreciate the kind words, brother, and yeah, talk away. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, mate. Thanks. Yes. You know me. I mean, I like hot toys, but I can't afford them. So I'm going to live my life vicariously through you.
And then
uh,
The Darth Vader damage, the battle damage Darth Vader looks really good too. I really like that one. But I already got my Obi-Wan Deluxe Darth Vader where I can switch the head and it has the part where it has the helmet cut
yeah,
off.
yeah.
And that looks awesome. I'm just
You
like, heck
see,
yeah.
if I were gonna get anything sideshow or anything like that, it would only have to be two Clint, maybe three Clint Eastwood hot toys. One being a good and bad ugly hot toy with
Hmm.
Clint Eastwood, Pale Rider character when he played that character in Pale Rider, and Josie Wales. That and that have in my collection because I think they're really really well done.
You're
So yeah.
right.
Uh,
You're right. They are well done. I
mm,
mean, I know that Lack was talking about that he had a John Wayne
mm, mm,
figure, and it was like, oh
yeah,
man, like, and
yeah,
then, and I'm not the type to just collect any kind of character that's from the old school times, but when he said that he had the John Wayne and I looked for it, I was impressed by it. I was like, man,
yeah,
now I want that darn John Wayne. Thanks, Lack. I
yeah,
appreciate it, man.
yeah, yeah.
No, Lack's all good. Good.
Yeah. Like,
He's a good
shout out
guy.
to Ed's Retros, Reptiles and Games, and Blue Eyes. Before I forget, and shout out to Lack. And if you want to go and sub to their shows, if you know these guys, go and give a sub, show them some love, and give them a sub. I know I do. Anyway, that's enough about me. It's not a very good segue, but it's a segue. So um, I'm going to go
I
here. Sorry,
think
Linda. I'll get back to you, Linda. Here's now we've got JJ talking about his JJ's movie pick. If you're ready, JJ. If you're not, it's okay.
let's get to Linda first. Let's talk to
JJ's
Linda first.
movie. Okay, okay, hang on. Damn, you spoilt my intro there.
I am so sorry about that, but I always think about our people in the
Okay.
chat first. I think
Um.
Clink has the Clint Eastwood hot toy.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
I need
Oh,
to check
nice.
Clink's
Mm,
thing out. So shout out to Clink as
mm.
well. I haven't spoken to Clink in a while either, but
Me either.
good guy
Me either.
too. Also,
Um.
he's been in the hot toy world now with Star Wars. He's been impressed by them as well, so he's very happy with that.
Clink, where are you, mate? I haven't heard from you for ages since Papa G stuff. Um. Anyway, let's get back to my intro, which lovely JJ has just interrupted
Ruined
me.
it. Ruined it.
Here's JJ with his 15 or 25-minute long JJ's movie pick review.
Nice. Thank you. So, in this show, um, Nerd Talk, we actually decided to do a new segue called talk about underrated movies that are really good that we want to throw out there, and maybe you guys will have a catch to want to seeing it. Oh, he made me huge. That came out of nowhere. That was a curveball. Boom. But
uh,
so
sorry.
it's okay, buddy. So in this case, the pick I had was actually what you saw, McFarlane USA. It's a Disney. It's from Disney. It's actually based on true events that happened with the high school kids in McFarlane, California. Kevin Costner, who's always been in a lot of movies, plays a coach that he actually was fired from another job for kind of assaulting a football player, was a football student. Not that he meant to, but it still got him into some high water to where he couldn't find any other work until he landed in McFarland, USA. So he ends up noticing that some of these kids um, were pretty fast runners, that they can run. So he decided to start up a cross country team of his own and to get these kids going. The only thing that goes on with McFarland, USA is that it's a very small town. Um, the poverty, it doesn't have a lot of poverty in it, but it's not a rich town to where people can say, "Oh, I want to go to McFarland." Of course, the high school is next to a prison and stuff, so a lot of these people believe that these kids will end up either working in the crops, because McFarland is a place where a lot of the Hispanic people did go to pick up crops. You know, they did a lot of the field work, picking up cabbage and stuff like that. So either they were going to do that or they were going to go to prison. And along the way, he got to know these kids. He got them training to practice, and a lot of these kids actually worked in the fields with their dads so they could make their money's worth. And along the process, he got close to these kids. His family ended up falling in love with McFarland because they knew that being in another area that was too richy rich, their kids wouldn't be safe. They realized that these people that don't have a lot of money in the world will be there to take care of you and back you up and protect you. You know, and that's what we believe in our Hispanic culture. We always believe that even if you're a friend, you will be family, and we were going to protect you no matter what. And that's what this story did. And uh, it just showed how how these kids, not thinking they were going to have a future, end up running, and they end up going to college later on. It tells you in the story that they all go to college or they go to the military and they become something. And a lot of them do come back to do architecture work and to help McFarland succeed. And at the process, while these kids leave, it shows new kid. What it doesn't show in the movie, but it says, you know, other kids come around, and you see the championships they have in in the many years to come, while Coach White is coaching cross country there. So it's a really wonderful movie. It has a lot about family values, especially in the Hispanic culture. It showed how these kids come from the bottom, you know, how they are when they become adults and how they make it on top of the world for them. Of course, you don't see that part, but you see a little dedication of each and every one of them, what they do, how they graduate, where they go, and what they're doing now. And it's great to see that, and how they go back and they still go run with the coach. You know, the coach actually has a bike, and it shows you the bike later on and stuff. And one of the things that made me love, in my opinion, that made me love this movie is two things. It's about Hispanic culture, and it shows how we are as Hispanics, that we are hardworking, we are about family. It is true when you see in the movie that we'll keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you, and you might be full belly and everything with a full stomach, but we're still gonna put more food on your plate. And it is disrespectful that you don't want to eat mama's food even when you're full. We are the type that will let you take food. If there's more food, we're gonna give it to you to in the Tupperware so you can take home, but we want the Tupperware back. That is true. Um, it's just a lot of things that that holds true to my heart about us being of us Hispanics. The second thing is that I used to be a cross country runner, and watching that movie I'm sorry, watching that movie brought me back to old times when I used to run. And you know, it was fun, it was enjoyable. It made me feel like I was running again when I was seeing these kids, and I'm just like, wow, this is a very good movie. Very underrated for when it came out. to me, it's a movie that should be seen, especially if you just saw the recent one, The Longest Day, or the Long Game. I'm sorry, The Longest Day, The Long Game, which is actually about these Hispanic kids that are golfers, and The Long Day is actually based on my hometown from back in the '50s. So, if some of y'all watched that movie, I would recommend going back and watch McFarlane USA, because it has a lot of different key things, that it's not just about cross country. It shows you how a person can change, and the place that you least expect that you will land, that you think, oh, I'm getting out of here, you might end up calling home for the rest of your life. And yeah, check it out, McFarlane USA. I
Thanks.
Out of my jalapeno rating out of 5, I give it a 5 out of 5 jalapenos.
All
So
right. Thanks, JJ.
no,
Yeah,
thank
JJ.
you.
Yeah. So that is this. So this JJ's recommendation is McFarlane USA drama with Kevin Costner in it. So go and check that out. If I sound like a radio announcer, because I'm being a radio announcer now for this, that's this pick. So that's the
And
recommendation.
it's not McFarlane that builds the toys. No, it's McFarlane
No,
USA,
exactly.
a city.
Great pick. Great pick. I will
Thank you. No, that was
be
good.
sure to watch that myself. I'm a big Kevin Costner fan, so I think that will be a very delightful drama-based story.
I believe you'll enjoy it, PG. I,
Mm,
I think
mm.
you'll come back and tell me, like, yes, it was very good story. Maybe you might have some little rants here and there. I mean, who knows? I don't have any rants about it. Um, that I mean, I've seen that movie more than 10 times, to be honest with you. That's how much I liked it.
Yeah, well, talking about movies, and another really horrible segue is that Deadpool and Wolverine. We had a comment by Linda about watching the movie, so let's delve into that. I haven't seen it yet, but
Not either.
I've seen all the press junket for it, and before before we get into it, I do have a little bit of a rant. Uh,
What's your rant?
my rant is it's all about when they were hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live. This is Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman hosted Jimmy Kimmel Live the other night. And here's let's say a little bit of a quote from Ryan Reynolds himself. I got a little bit annoyed and spat the dummy at the show. He says that thank you, everybody. We had a very good wide world um, uh, uh, going all around the world and meeting our fans, so to speak. I'm saying this wrongly. And he says that hang on, we've been around the world, and it's been a fantastic pleasure to go around the world, right, from Canada to US to Australia. I got quite a little bit upset. I said, "No, you haven't. You never come here. It's either Canada, your home thing, USA, and Australia, but you never come here. That's not the whole world." Hugh and Ryan, I'm so upset and so annoyed. There is a place that you don't come to. That's New Zealand. We're still on the map, guys. Right? It's just only what? That's not the whole world.
Well, it's
The
because
whole
they think
world
that
is
more
New
they
Zealand.
they they think Mordor is based on a true story, so they're probably
Oh,
scared of Mordor over there, or the Shire.
probably, but I spat the dummies and I turned off. Sorry to say this. This is my old cantankerous self. Turned off. Well, turn the channel and says, "I'm not listening to that. You're wrong. You're so wrong. If you want to say the world, come down here and do a press junket, you idiots." I love you to death, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. But come on, show us a bit of love. Come down here and shake hands of New Zealanders. We all speak English here, as well as Australia. Come on. Anyway, that's my rant over. I was livid. Anyway, so God. Anyway, before I go on, we've got a comment here. I haven't seen it either. Yes.
No, not. I think a lot of us. I think even Swags probably is also waiting till it calms down a little bit because I mean it's gonna be a lot of people. I mean, I think I heard that it did break the end game record already for the
Oh yeah,
first night or something like
yeah.
that, which is
Mm.
great. I really hope it does make at least 250 million or at least 300 in its box office opening. I think that'd be great. One of the things I can say right now, which it amazes me, the the projection budgets, or not the budgets, but the projections for the first weekend in the last few movies have met expectations. A good examples are Inside Out 2. They thought that they were only going to get a certain amount. I think 80 million was they thought they were opening, and it ended up hitting 110 or something like that. So it surpassed the expectation. Uh, I feel like it's going more than 300 million. I hope so, buddy. I really hope so. I think um I hope it does do that to bring MCU back. Of course, this is Bob Iger's first baby back, if you think about it. Um, but
What?
anyways,
Oh,
um, Twisters had just come out, and they were expecting that to be at least 45 to 50, and it ended up making about 87 million in its opening debut. So that was really great to see that these have gone above and beyond from what they're thinking. So I hope that, yeah, Swag says 300 million. I hope so, because I know their budget was 250 million, which
yeah,
is not.
saying that swags. I'm going to interrupt here. Saying that swags and JJ. I mean, Linda's just actually put there was 9 people, including us, in the cinema. So it's a wee bit kind of oddly saying that, isn't it? Anyway, it still could make 3 billion. So
Well, remember, I think Swags is saying 300 million, not worldwide, but domestically, and that's what I'm saying,
um, oh
domestically.
yeah, all
Okay.
right. But yeah,
Worldwide,
that's
I wouldn't mind seeing it hit 450 worldwide. I really doubt it'll hit 300 million, but it'd be great to see that, because then it'd be the first time ever seeing a movie like that hit. But of course, the thing that's gonna help it out is, one, it's a Deadpool movie. Two, we're seeing Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, which we thought we weren't gonna see him anymore after Logan. Three, we're finally seeing him in a freaking uniform that we've
mm,
always seen Wolverine in.
mm,
And four, it's a part of the MCU. And people have been waiting for an MCU movie since No Way Home to be great. And nothing against Loki season 2, which you and I believe that it was a phenomenal TV show. But
mm.
that is just what I just said. It's a TV show, not a movie. Can't wait for Hasbro to release the blue
Yeah, same
suit
here.
Hugh Jackman. I think they
Same
already did release it. I think, well,
here.
not out to the retails, but
Yeah,
I think they showed.
it's DCC, isn't it? And I think that's it's DCC.
Well, I think some people have found it out there in
Oh,
the,
mhm. All right.
you know, I think they have found it. Facts, JJ, definitely facts. Just thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. The cinema we go has 28 cinema screens. Oh crap! So maybe the other ones were sold out.
Probably. It could be. Yeah. 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 Who knows? Who knows?
Are you
Next,
sure there was only 9 people in there? Are you sure you were watching Deadpool Wolverine? It was an acolyte. I'm just kidding, Linda. I'm just kidding.
yeah. Hopefully, I mean, next weekend you might see a lot more people in the cinema if it's if that's good.
Well, um, more than anything,
Mm,
maybe in California, because right now San Diego Comic Con is really hitting. Um, it's really really hitting right now. I mean, to have that movie come out during San Diego Comic Con, and I think a lot of people are going to be watching it in the H Hall.
mm.
I think that's going to be cool. So, um, yeah, I mean, and here's another one. Like I said, Deadpool movie. Hugh Jackman's back, which we thought we were going to see. Wolverine in the yellow suit. It's an MCU movie, right?
Mm.
That we haven't seen in a while. That is going to be great. It's part of the MCU. And here's another one. I think it's just the only MCU movie that's coming out for this year,
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's what's going to make that all that makes it to be a big hit.
Yeah, yeah, it's got that going for it because there's nothing coming. Well, nothing catching up to it. I mean, you've got, I don't know when that is, but that's a TV show, and that's Agatha, right, coming out, but that's nowhere near until another few months,
November, I think,
November. So, I mean, yeah, that's got that going for it. The Deadpool
or
and
October.
Wolverine. So,
I think it's October because I
um,
think they were saying
yeah, yeah,
I think it's October
um,
because it's supposed to be Agatha, and then I think Skeleton Crew for Star Wars was gonna come out after
yeah.
that because they didn't want to.
I think you might be right. I think they've got room to breathe and get more money out of the people watching it. So they're not up against so many other Marvel projects being dated or put out, right? Or shows put out on Disney Plus. So
Yeah,
they might have some good uh, business, you
yeah.
could say. So if well, I go with Linda's remark early on saying that she liked Deadpool. So that's
She enjoyed it. Yeah,
a great gauge, Linda, a very good gauge, right?
Lin- Linda, I have
So,
a question for
mm,
you. Can you say that this Deadpool movie, and I'm gonna call it Deadpool 3 because that's what it is, plain and simple. Is Deadpool 3 better than Deadpool 2? That's what I like to know. Are we seeing like another Guardians of the Galaxy that everybody liked part 3 more than part 2? Because of course, part 1 you can never go wrong with part 1.
yeah, Sean Levy is a good director and he knows the
Hmm.
story, right? So, and he knows Ryan Reynolds because Ryan Reynolds, I mean, probably ad libbed a whole lot of that movie anyway, Deadpool. So, um, you know, but we'll get hopefully we'll get Linda's answer. But you know, I think as a fair bet, it's going to do really well in the box office worldwide, regardless, right? Uh,
Do you agree with me that it'll hit over 1 billion?
yes, I do agree. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think this, I not to be trite or anything like that, but I think this will save Marvel's butt in one way, uh, be it the new phase, because it does actually bring a new phase into it,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, yeah, it
So,
sure does.
and I think we've been talking about this on the show that all the threads that haven't been shown up, right?
Yeah.
I think that this is the film that actually shores them up. So, um,
I like all three, but this might be my favorite, but that might only be because it has Wolverine in it.
right,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong. Oh, yeah, it'll definitely hit. Yeah, good. Even Swags agrees with me
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
I mean, I think the majority of people will agree with all of us that it'll probably really hit the one
The
you
billion
know
mark.
$1 billion mark, right?
So, so
So
let me
because
ask. Okay,
it's got
go ahead.
so many good cameos in it because that was spoiled on the stage for me.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kevin Feige and Ryan Reynolds for that. But it's got Daphne Keane coming back as her
X-23, and she's
character,
older.
and
Yeah,
she's older, and it's got Blade with Wesley Snipes coming back into it. It's got Elektra coming back into it with her character, right? So there are other cameos
Which
that
Electra
have,
though? Are we talking about
um,
Jennifer Gardner Electra, or
yeah,
are we talking
Jennifer
about the one?
Garner. Jennifer Garner's coming back as
Okay.
Electra, right? Okay,
Okay.
so it's got little hints of Spider-Man being in the back seat, right? In one of the trailers. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm sorry, it just is right.
Well,
So
would it be a spoiler that
um,
already came out in the trailer?
yeah, well there we go. Yeah, but it has. I think. I think for mine, I think this may, knock on wood, I'm not superstitious, but this might be a good indication that Marvel is back on track. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I
Right?
mean,
Um,
Swags always says I'm a Marvel fan after all, but then listen, look what Linda says. This movie will fund future Disney failures.
yeah. Yes,
So
yes.
let me ask
Um,
you this, PG. For decades, she says. Okay, so now that she says that, and I want to know Swags' opinion, and I want to know Linda's opinion, and of course, you and I are going to discuss this. We're saying that Deadpool Wolverine is going to hit 1 billion. I believe that you and I and Swags, since we're the three that haven't seen it, and Linda
mm,
has, and she said she's enjoyed it. I believe that we're all gonna really, really, really enjoy this, especially that, and we're probably gonna be in agreements with Linda. It's probably gonna be our most favorite Deadpool movie because now we have Wolverine in it,
mm,
and
mm.
it's Wolverine with the suit. So here's my question: if if we all are in agreements that this is gonna bring back the MCU, and that this movie is going to be dominant for the MCU. Will we be seeing the next film, which is Captain America: The New Brave New World, exceed expectations as well, or do you feel like it's gonna not hit the notch like Deadpool and Wolverine?
No,
I,
it's not going to hit the mark.
and I get it's not Steve Rogers. I get that
No.
it's not
Mm,
you know the Captain America we know. And I know it's not Deadpool or Wolverine, which are two big fan favorites, because this is a different Captain America we're seeing. But do you think it'll have a great story to where it'll help, that Deadpool and Wolverine will help to like say, well, you know what, Deadpool and Wolverine, which I believe it's gonna have some tie-ins for the next movies to come. The only one that knows is Linda. She can whether want to give us answers yes or no, that's fine. Um, but if it's
Please
gonna
don't.
give us but if it gives us tie-ins, which I think it's going to give a tie-in, since we see the TVA, we see you know uh we see Giant Man's dead head. um, will it make the people that see this movie, are they going to be like, well, now I want to see the Brave New World because I want to see what's going on next? If this is saving MCU, I want to see this one. And I mean, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do get what you're saying, and I'm going to say a very uh, flat no. It won't. It won't hit the
That
marks
no,
like
okay,
Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, regardless that the trailers are out already for Captain America: Brave New World, right? So I don't think it's going to hit the mark. It looks like a good story. It hasn't got Steve Rogers in it, of course, but it has been. Ross inferenced his name, Steve Rogers. You're not Steve Rogers, but he's not in it. I think it's not going to hit the mark because I think it nevertheless it might, so I might be totally wrong, but thing is that there are inklings out there at the moment, right, in these stages, that people are not liking it so much, right, as to the trailer, right. They're judging it on the trailer, but they haven't seen the movie yet. So but I don't think it's going to do the big numbers like this movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think it's there, right? This will be a new phase, okay, with
yeah,
Brave New World, okay. So this is a new phase in Anthony Mackie's rendition of who he is now, okay. So of the Captain America, okay. So I'm going to have to wait and see, but I'm only guessing this, JJ. So I don't think it's going to do the numbers. I'll do the majority of the numbers, but it won't do the big numbers like Deadpool and Wolverine. Right? It's got to be a good story. and that's my opinion. I think. I'm sure
Okay.
it is, but I'm just not going to give it a fast yes. It's going to be
Okay.
like right. Anyway,
So
your
Linda
your opinion
says,
on
I'll give it right now because right now Linda
that?
says new Captain America needs to be at least as good as the first movie, which I'll get back to that. And then she
Yeah,
says if they ruin Captain America, there'll be riots. Maybe. Hopefully not. And then Swag says, I feel like it will not. Uh, b- I feel. I feel like it will, but not bigger numbers like Deadpool. It will have good story and everything. So I think Swags is in the same agreements like you, that he believes the same as you do. Um, I honestly what Linda said. New Captain America needs to be as good, at least as good as the first one. The way I'm seeing this Captain America is like Captain America all over again. Like it's a Captain America one again. Kind of like if it's Captain America was rebooted, because this is a different Captain America. Um, it's the one that's following the modern Captain America of now with Sam Wilson now. Um, I think that with so many changes on the titles, it's kind of not helped it out to maybe get big ones. But now that we saw a trailer, I don't think it's that bad. I don't like the new uniform. I don't like the blue on it. I liked how they did it in Falcon and the Winter Soldier where it looked white. I think they should have kept with that one. I think the other thing that kind of um will give it a push is the whole Red Hulk thing. You know, I think the red. I know that people have been waiting for a Red Hulk, and now we're finally gonna get it. Um, I don't feel. I hate to say this because I love Harrison Ford, but I just don't feel like that was the character for him. I don't. I'm too scared to see this Thunderbolt Ross pass right away, and then we have to get another Thunderbolt Ross. I don't think they should have given it to Harrison Ford, even though he's a great actor. But I think he's up there in age to play this character. They should have gotten somebody a little bit younger. Um, I wouldn't go back to Sam Elliott. I know he was the first, you know, Pete Ross or Thunderbolt Ross
that is
in that
that
God
is.
awful Hulk with Eric Bana. But
Yeah.
I just I wouldn't want him back, even though I like them as Thunderbolt Ross. It's just that he's older, and I just felt like Harrison Ford as the new Thunderbolt Ross was just a little bit too late for that character. It should have been somebody a little bit younger. And I'm not saying too young, but somebody in their 60s to look almost like well, who was it? Not John Hurt, but Will Hurt,
No.
William Hurt, or William oh crap, I forget his name and I had it. But anyways, um
Somebody would tell it to us. Because I've forgotten as well. Sorry, excuse me.
so I just see I just need to know, like, this to me, Brave New World, and I may be wrong just because of the way the trailer looks, kind of reminds me of Winter Soldier, but without the Winter Soldier. It's going back to where you can't trust the government kind of deal.
Hmm.
But of course, this is a different type of government because this was after the Thanos snap. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't dislike Anthony Mackie at all.
No, no, I
I,
don't either. Mm.
I like it. I like him as Falcon, and I'm gonna like him as the Captain American Falcon. I already like him already as it is when he came out, and you know,
Yeah.
Winter Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna take a little bit of a hit without Bucky being there. But at the same time, I want the one thing that does intrigue me about the movie is seeing the first uh the first Captain America being there. What was his name?
Steve Rogers.
Not Steve Rogers, the other Captain America, the Black Captain America.
Oh, hmm,
Um, I forgot his name. Damn it, I'm forgetting a lot
I know,
today. I'm sorry,
I know,
guys.
I know what you
Um,
mean. They met him in
the
a
older one, the older Captain America compared to
yeah,
Steve Rogers, the
yeah.
one that they imprisoned and they used him as like a like a like a animal, and it was which was wrong.
That's right.
And
They went to go and visit him in his home because it was in his.
yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so he comes out in the trailer and he starts shooting up a storm, and it's like, why, what's going on, what's going on with him that he knows. So it's like, that's intriguing that's the character that I want to know what's going on with. And I just hope it's not a trailer thing and then we don't see him anymore, because that would piss
Mm,
me off, because I am intrigued in that character. I want to know why he tried to shoot at Thunderbolt Ross, and what is it that he knows that's got Sam Wilson's Captain America concerned. So we'll see how it
Well, so,
goes.
yeah, so we find out because again, this is going to uh, um, meld into the next phase, right? So I think we've all had it with the multiverse phase being discombobulated as it was. I think it needs to be shored up with Deadpool and Wolverine to say that, well, are we going to live on two planets like DC have, like the Crisis on Infinite Earths? It needs to be either one planet or two planets. Needs to be one planet, right? Everybody living together in harmony. so, um,
Isaiah.
so,
Isaiah was his name.
yeah, right. But it needs to be. It needs to. I think. I really hope. I'm going to say this. Hope and pray that the next phase, when they do it, they will assuredly cut down most of the TV series on Disney Plus,
I
and
think they have. I think they
and
have
yeah, I think
because
they have, but I think they need to actually get directors and storytellers to actually tell really good stories like they did in the first phase, right, with the Infinity War saga. Right,
yeah,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
I agree.
saying.
I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, I think they could have gone well with the whole Kang thing, being as the main villain now, but they're gonna have to find somebody else now
Mm,
for the main villain. I mean, there's still so many out there that you can do. I mean, you can always bring back Red Skull as one of the main villains. I mean, I'm also hearing they want to bring back Thanos as King Thanos.
mm,
We'll
mm,
see about that. I mean,
But we'll
I,
let you
I
know.
I'm
Mm.
gonna say one thing though. I am very disappointed that we're not seeing an Eternals 2, just
Yeah, that
because the
got
way
scrapped. Mm,
just because the way Eternals ended and they kind of left it there as a like, oh, there's a sequel coming. It's like, okay, cool.
mm.
But yeah, it just sucks that that happened. So um, we'll see who else they find as as a big baddie, because right now with Thanos, it's like, and they gotta go back to that. They gotta go back to being like, okay, we see these baddies, but Thanos, we know that Thanos is the main one. We want to see, and we're waiting for Thanos to finally come out. And with Kang, it was kind of like, oh, he came out already, and then this happened. It's like, oh, okay.
Did you catch the light show at all at SDCC after the? Did you catch that at all, JJ?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no. I,
okay.
I, I
Yeah.
haven't been watching any spoilers or anything, just because I
Well,
kind of
okay.
want to
Well,
stay away.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but there was a big character that it's a big baddie, right? I don't know whether to actually say it now.
Go ahead, say it.
Okay. They had a big light show after the Marvel, right? Uh, Announcement, right, to Deadpool and Wolverine. And Kevin Feige says that if you walk out very slowly after the show, very slowly, and then somebody was filming this big light show which they had on, right, fireworks and light show, right. And I had all these pictures of Deadpool and Wolverine, very cool, right, light show and very spectacular how they did it with the lights and stuff like that, and up in the
Hmm.
mid-air kind of thing. It was quite classy actually. And then and then
Excuse me.
oh,
Sorry.
bless you,
Excuse me.
bless you.
Thank you. Oh,
And then surprise, surprise, we all know this that Fantastic Four symbol came up, right? Okay, very classy. And then this whole uh, big picture came up, really melding into light show. And here's big Galactus showing, right? And it was so good. It was so good, really, really well revealed. Going, oh, everybody was going, yes, Galactus. Right. So there you go. That's a big spoiler alert. so,
so are
um,
you saying that the Galactus is gonna be the big baddie now in this one?
yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think so. So
So then,
that's my opinion.
so okay, and that's a good one. I really
Mm,
hope that they do Galactus. I mean, because I'm also hearing that Doctor Doom will be the biggest baddie too.
yeah, well, there's
I
a
don't
big
know.
news.
I can't see Doctor Doom as being the biggest baddie, but I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Well, yeah, there is news on that. Be it I don't think it's going to happen, but
you talking about it, Robert Downey?
yeah, Robert Downey Jr. might be coming back as Doctor Doom. So yeah,
Well, you see, here's my thing. I- if you're gonna do something like that, I'd rather have it in the third saga, not in this multiverse saga. If you're gonna bring back
yeah,
Robert
yeah,
Downey Jr. as a
yeah,
villain,
yeah.
then you better make him as the what was it, the superior Iron Man, the one where he's all white, where he goes evil.
Yeah, well,
That I think would be,
mm,
as the big baddie for the third saga. You know, not
mm,
right now.
depending where they're going to stick, depending where they're going to stick, um,
You know what,
Fantastic
Linda?
Four.
Well,
So
that's gonna be in the 50s or 60s. What
yeah, no, I
you
mean,
know what?
no, I mean, where they're going to stick that in
Oh,
the whole lineup, right? So
got you.
because remember, Doctor Doom was a enemy of
The
uh,
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
but supposedly
uh,
that the Fantastic Four is not even a part of this universe of the MCU. Like it's a different multiverse.
yeah,
That's
it's a
what they're
different.
saying.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
different.
so
So
that's
yeah,
cool. You know what? And I agree with Linda that I think that'd be great if they did do Apocalypse as one of the main baddies.
well, this remember it introduces the X-Men too.
Yeah,
So so yeah,
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 and so we can forget about the Oscar Isaac
yeah.
Apocalypse.
Hey,
Yet
please,
another.
please, let's forget about that.
Yeah.
Well, I think he wants to forget about it. Yeah. Um,
It wasn't too bad, but yeah, no.
I think we all want to forget about that. So,
And it would,
um,
and it would be nice. I mean, it could still happen because we saw the symbiote in No Way Home stay in that universe. But I would like to see Null as a big baddie for the MCU. But that's going to be difficult if Sony
no,
doesn't
who?
lend
No.
out. Null, yeah, the king of the symbiotes.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know that one very well.
Oh, he's become
Um,
a very popular villain for the symbiotes. He's the king of the symbiotes.
oh, yeah, I'm going. Here we go. Four,
Yeah,
three.
Spider-Man, or yeah, I
Oh,
think it's
yes.
good.
I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be quite fun. I think it'll be quite good, actually.
I'm still waiting for the third
Mm.
Spider-Verse. You know,
I think that Nicolas Cage one will be really good. I'm quite excited for that. I think he'll do well with that. So yeah.
did
But
she
that's
put
just
it
me.
twice?
That's just me. So oh, did you put it twice?
Yeah, she put it twice.
All right, that's all right.
Spider-Man Noir.
Well, on that, on Spider Noir, we
Oh,
should actually fade off into the shadows. Yeah,
yes, like the
so
Acolyte did.
uh, Peter.
Peter Knoll doesn't need a host. Ah, there you go.
All right. So yeah, I mean, I need a host, and
Yeah.
he's right there, JJ. So,
Eh,
and this is our
well,
show.
thank you.
So yeah, we're gonna call it there. We're gonna call it night, actually, ladies and gents of the fine chat. It's been good to have JJ back as always, and I
Thank
reiterate
you.
that. And we wish everybody's mum well, JJ's and uh, sorry, dude. Swag's mother, and also I'm going to give a shout out to
Thank you,
uh,
Swags.
T3. Carlos is
Yeah, Carlos, he's been busy
oops.
himself. So
Um,
before we get off, I just want to show you who Null is. He
yeah.
looks almost kind of like a Dracula type kind of character. So, oops, what did I do here? So let's see if you can see that. But that's Null.
Oh, hang on. I'll make it big so I can see it. Oh yeah. Oh, is that one with the succubus hands?
I
Or was
believe
that
so.
something else? Um,
I believe
or was
it
that?
was, but I don't know. He has a sword and everything, but he comes out in a
Okay.
2-pack
All right.
with Venom, that Venom
Oh,
with the
okay. All
wings,
right. All right.
Demon Venom, I call it.
That's all. That's all good. Swagger.
Swags,
Swagger.
we're here.
So,
Homework for you two. Become
yeah.
cooler. Nah, I'm never cool.
Well, I
That
can
was
say
a good one. Lynn.
I'm sorry.
I
I guess
guess it.
some
I,
days.
well, we are cooler. We don't agree on acolyte.
That's good. That's a good comeback. JJ has hit that in your face.
Thank you.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you very much, everybody who tuned in or just listening,
Wow.
and that's great. Check us on the replay. We'll still be there on JJ's channel too and mine. Again, it's been great. This discussion about G.I. Joe, his collection, really excited me. I'm excited to actually see his collection
And
when
I
he gets.
promise you, I'll get it done by the
Yeah,
next
so
show. So I
um,
hope to see
yeah.
everybody else on there.
I love
Uh,
talking about Marvel stuff. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Sorry.
no worries, no worries. I mean, everything this time was great. I just wanted to say that hopefully I get the. I really want to do my best to get the room ready, so I can actually start doing the lives with you over there instead of over here. Um, but yeah, it's getting there, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, things change, don't they? Really, your toy rooms change. So,
I
um,
know, and that
uh,
makes me happy.
it's good to see you, Linda. It really is. A long time
It's
between
been a while. Yeah, it's been
in a
like how
while.
everybody
So,
says, it's been a
uh,
minute.
I mean, I love you all in chat. I love you, you guys. Swagger, love to meet you, and good to see you back, Linda, and everybody else. AM Dubs as well in chat. Thank you very much for hanging out, stuff like that. So we're always here on the fortnightly streams and stuff like that. If we're not, we're probably busy doing something else, but we'll let
Well, I
you know.
mean,
Um,
it's personal. Yeah, any personal things that go on, but
yeah. So
okay.
I love JJ. Always have loved him
Thank you,
since
brother. I love you too, man.
I met him a long time ago, and we had a massive talk about 3 or 4 hours on stream. It was fantastic.
And that's when
Um,
we agreed to doing this together, and it was
and
awesome.
we're still here doing our show. It's damn
Yeah.
freaking brilliant. I must say, I always get excited when we do this. And also just to actually say before we leave, I do have a birthday stream. I wasn't going to 53rd birthday. Tomorrow I'll be 53, doing a 2 hour stream. So if you want to pop by, it is my time. You're gonna have to work it out on your own countries. I can't be bothered. It's 11:45 a.m. in the morning. So work that out. Join me in the chat and on stream. JJ will be here. I can pray that he does to celebrate with me. 53 years. I'm not going to go 15 hours like I did last time.
No,
I'm
he's
going
going
to
53 hours, an hour for every birthday that he
yeah,
has.
I'll probably be dead, but the ways will be. But join me there. Also, I have got streams coming out of my a hole this weekend. Um, um, Funnily enough, this one tonight, and I've got the birthday stream tomorrow, and also, if I'm going to say a big if, we usually kind of not do this live stream. We usually put it off, but it's usually Monday morning for me. We do art with Cy and Chris, crying in tubs. But sometimes we have to put it off because things get in the way. So that's a big if. So maybe join us. Let's say that. Yeah, so that's us. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody in the chat. Thank you very much again.
Thank you for being here.
Uh,
Appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Swags. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Tribal Chief. Thank you all who are here, and thank you all to everybody's gonna watch the review. We really appreciate y'all, and again, we hope to see you in either a week or two, and hopefully you'll see me in the new gig room. It's gonna be exciting. So yeah, I'm excited
check
for it.
us check us out because I'm going to play the promo again. If you want a good time, then join me, JJ and P.G.M, on the Nerd Talk from the other side of the world. TV, movies. I don't sound like that. You want a great conversation? Join JJ and myself, P.G.M, on the Nerd Talk from the other side of the world every fortnight. Anyway, that's you say goodnight, JJ. Yes, we'll say goodnight.
Good night.
Yeah. So
Good night on my side.
yeah, and well, it's evening. It's pre-evening for here on my side, so it's all right.
Pre-evening.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Anyway,